So welcome back. This is Cody with Wranglerstar. We got a little project the family's working on, and we have quite a bit of several acres that are forested. And so we have a lot of work to kind of get this forest under control. It's it's a little bit too thick. There's a lot of underbrush, and there's high probability for disease and fire. So this summer we're going to be spending quite a bit of time in here doing some thinning and some selective logging on a really small scale. I don't have the equipment that we once had, so we're going to be using quads and trucks, and hopefully we'll get a little cat pretty soon. I'm going to try to find a real small one, and we'll be harvesting some of this timber. So we're just getting started on it now, and I thought you might be interested in this, and we'll get to work. All stuff, and it'll be doing just fine. Cut this tree down. Alright, so here's the place, here's basically the start of where we're going to start working on our forest, where we have some really nice marketable trees in here. And this is our investment for our future. We'll be planting many acres of trees, and we'll be taking care of the ones that we have, so we'll always have those when it comes to retirement. We'll be able to harvest those and have the money to take care of us in our older years. So you can see right here that we've done some thinning. We'll be doing some limbing up here. And everything I'm doing here is really going to be on a small scale because I don't have access to the big equipment that I did. We had to sell that to buy this place, and so we're kind of starting over again. But it's all right. We can make do and improvise. So, just for example, some of these smaller trees, when they're all bunched up together like this, they're just not going to thrive. And it's better for us to take some of these out to give some growing room for the larger ones. They'll grow faster, and they'll be healthier and less prone to have diseases. So just talking about improvising, this particular tree right here needs to come down, but it's got a real big lean in it, and I don't have the equipment to pull it over out of the way. So using these soft straps here, you can see here I have a clevis there I'm using as a pulley back to my small Polesall winch that I've got hooked to my little Honda 2000 there, as you can see. So when I have a situation like this, I'm unable to fall it the right direction, because the way it's naturally going to go, it's going to fall up against those trees there and be a leaner, and I just won't be able to get it out, and it'll be dangerous. So I've got my face cut there, and I'll start pulling tension on here with a winch, and hopefully lay it down right over there, and we'll cut it up for firewood. This is Wranglerstar's working over here, starting a slash burn, and let's see how it goes. So I'll put that back cut in there and relieve a little bit of the pressure, see if we can't pull it over. Out great. Right there, laid it right down there where I wanted it to go. Wouldn't have been able to do that without the winch, so it saved me a lot of time and effort, and it works pretty good. So most of these I'll be able to fall the direction I need them, but yeah, one way to do it.
Goodbye, Mama. Goodbye to you too, Pa. Little sister, you'll have to wait a while to come along. Goodbye to this house and all its memories.
So our fire is so hot that we have to have long hot dog sticks, don't we, Jack?
As big as a small tree.
So Jack, what are you looking for? What makes the perfect hot dog stick?
Green.
Green what?
Green wood.
Why does it have to be green? Or why should it be green?
So it won't burn.
It won't burn. Alright, so how long is that? 7, 8 feet? Alright, that's yours. This is more fun than being on vacation, isn't it?
Parts of it are.
You don't like feeding the fire, do you?
I do like feeding fire. If somebody was feeding me, that'd be better.
Right.
That's what I like about a vacation.
Alright.
How are those dogs?
I think they're about done. Oh, Hebrew nation here. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you for this opportunity to be together as a family. We thank you for this good work that we have. We ask your blessings upon this family and this work. And we thank you for this food, and we thank you for our precious and only Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
You want some? Mama, you want
Yes,
lemonade?
please.
How is it?
Delicious.
Should wear chainsaw safety chaps. Just one moment of carelessness, and I dropped the saw at, just coming down off a full rev, right on my leg, and the fibers of these chainsaw chaps came out and just stopped the saw immediately. So what would that have done to my leg if it would have been just Carhartts or Levi's or something? Right.
Or even just tin pants.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know if the tin pants.
How would tin pants?
It's hard to say.
They have tin.
But you see the cut. The cut doesn't look very bad, and the reason is because the fibers came out and stopped the saw. Had this just been without these fibers in there, these strings, what they do is they come out and they wind around. You can see right here. They wind around the sprocket and they stop the saw. And I wondered why the saw, I felt it hit my leg and I wondered why the saw stopped so rapidly. So this doesn't look like that big of a cut, but had that been on regular pants, it wouldn't have stopped and it would have kept going and went right into your leg. And that would have been really, really bad. So, I've never done that. All the years I've ran chainsaw, I've never done that before. I've seen guys do it before.
Even when you're
But and I've in the last year or so I've worked with my saw with and without the chaps, and you really take that for granted, but not anymore. Not anymore.
Where are you?
So we've got a lot of brush, small stuff. It's kind of a drag to get with the chainsaws. So we have a steel string trimmer, and I thought, I've got the metal blade for it, but it's just a steel blade. It didn't work. It really didn't work very well. It was pretty much ineffective, and even when I sharpened it. So I had this extra 12-inch blade for my chop saw, and I didn't know if it would even swing it, but man, I'll tell you what, this works so good. It's a carbide tip blade. It's just a kind of an all-around framing blade, but I've cut down probably 4-inch trees with it, no problem. It's a vicious little thing. You got to be really careful with it, but it will fit. The arbor is exactly the same size. So that's kind of cool. Here, I'll show you how it works. It's just amazing. We'll go cut something down. So that's a little bit bigger than I'd probably recommend cutting with it. But what I noticed with it is the blade's so heavy, it's like a big heavy flywheel. Once it gets going, the saw, you just kind of have to idle it, or the string trimmer just kind of idles along, and it's got all that momentum, and you just touch stuff and it just shears it off. Really, really works great for brush, and really is helpful. But it'll get away from you. I wouldn't recommend anyone do this. And I don't necessarily like Mrs. Wrangler barn running it either. We've really downscaled in our logging equipment here. We've got our Polaris quad and our #1 helper here. We got our wood hauling trailer, and that's about it. But hopefully, as you can see, we really got a lot of this cleared out. So
Was Mrs. Wranglerstar helping?
Mrs. Wranglerstar is my helper meat. So we got all that cleared out there, so this is great. We're gonna have firewood for eons. Yeah, this is good. I think. Boy.
Is that a pretty good workout?
It is. It's hard.
He's up and up the tree. Up and away.
Jack, you're next.
Watch out, Jack.
Probably should, huh?
Yeah. That doesn't look like 12 feet to me, baby.
Huh?
That doesn't look like 12 feet.
Well, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right, huh?
That looks like 9 feet.
How many feet do you think it is?
This here?
About 40?
Yeah, probably.
40 inches or 40 feet?
40 feet, bud.
Whoa, cool. The whole tree?
Does put a lot of coming down is the scary part. Not like the guys on TV. You see how fast they come down? Boy, this really tears up the trees.
You weren't worried about the trees when you got Mama Kitty out of the tree.
I'm not going to limb any trees like this. It just tears up the trees. You see the holes?